Can you hear me well? No. We do have your best interests at heart. I grew up in Maple Drive. I lived there for many years. I know what that's about. I know what the noise is. What we're trying to do is to make this better. So one of the really great things about Madison Wood is that we have a thriving culture and a thriving community. We support over 110 families locally that work for our operation. During the pandemic, they were worried about whether businesses would be essential or not essential. We were deemed essential. We actually, because of the way we handled ourselves in that time period, we grew our volume by 20%. Okay, that's what you're seeing now. The increase in traffic and frustration around that, that's what you're seeing. And that's exactly what we're aiming to correct. So let me just answer the questions. I tried to write them down if that's helpful. So will there be additional buildings? Yes, there will be additional buildings. That's how we can get trucks in and out faster. At Madison Wood, we keep everything under roof. So it's really important that we have buildings to be able to unload trucks into so that we're not getting that product wet and selling our customers product that doesn't treat properly. The bank on 29, we also hate that bank. You are not alone. We are trying to work with VDOT, and we hope to work with VDOT to correct that bank. But ultimately, VDOT is in control of that. We don't have full say, okay? So all we can do is say we're willing to work with you and fix that. We know they hang when they turn. We'd love to see that get corrected. In our minds, that means we lose a big chunk of that 3.71 acres because we have to fix that curve, okay, and give them a spot to go. So I hope that answers the bank on 29. You have anything to say about that?
It's just that if everybody has noticed, there's a concrete pillar there that's getting ready to fall in the road. That's VDOT's right there. Everything to that concrete pillar is VDOT's. That's not ours. But we have been in contact with VDOT, and they actually want to do something to fix that. Now, what it is, we don't know, but we do want that fixed.
And that's going to be something that's a part of our site plan, but if this doesn't go forward, it's not something that we would just fix. The site plan would allow us to work with VDOT to be able to get that fixed. In terms of entrance and exits, all I can speak to you on behalf of Madison Wood is as the president and senior VP and CFO and then owner, we have to present our site plan to the board, okay? And what gets approved is the board's decision, not necessarily ours. My, Brad's, and Bobby's site plan is one that does not include another entrance or exit. It will use the same entrance and exit that we currently have. Mind you, the 20% of increased volume is already here. That's what we're trying to fix. So from a standpoint of receiving and unloading trucks, it would take us anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes to unload a truck. We're hoping to reduce that by about 30%. Okay, so the goal is to get trucks in and out faster so they're not there longer, which means better emissions, which means less noise. So the whole goal of this is to get them in and out because the business is already there. For us to put another entrance off of Oak Park, it wouldn't make any sense. For us to put an entrance off of 29, the way that I see it, it wouldn't make any sense. Not to mention that might be a bigger problem for traffic on 29. I'm sorry to hear that you were in an accident. I hope it wasn't a truck.
No.
Okay.
It was a pickup.
One thing that can be really frustrating for us is when we get off on lunch break, all 100 of us get off on lunch break. So it can be a lot of traffic all at once. We'd love to see VDOT get creative and make something better there. All right, trucks turning onto Oak Park wide. I think we covered that. The speed limit on 29, I can't do anything about that. Cars going fast on 29 is not really us. I hope you don't see a trucker do anything illegal or dangerous. If you do, they're not our trucks. So what we recommend is that you look at the name on the side of the truck and you take down the license plate number and you report them. Or you call that, then call us and tell us which trucking company is doing it so we can report it on top of you.
We own no trucks. We own no drivers. Everything that all that lumber that comes in is coming from either a mill that we buy from that they contract the truckers, okay? Or we hire a trucker to carry it out, but it's all independents. We own no trucks. but
So-
we can look into problems if we have problems with truckers.
And we certainly have before. We have had complaints before. We have followed that down. We've had drivers that aren't allowed back in our facility before.
Yes.
That's not unheard of. We're very strict about the safety of our employees, not just the residents of Madison. And it's really important to us that whoever enters or exits our facility is aware that we feel that way.
And a big part of what we're trying to do here is make it safe for our employees and make it safe for the community. That's what we're after here. Then that's the reason why we're trying to get these trucks off of Oak Park and get them where there's room for them to stack up on us so we can get it unloaded quicker and get it out of there so you're not listening to trucks. And we would like to be able, we have to extend our hours because of the volume of trucking and because of the volume of business. We're hoping to be able to unload quicker and load quicker with this expansion, and that's why.
And that means less hours, right? Less hours that we're doing receiving and shipping, which is important for you guys as residents. Now, you'll see this picture up here. I have terrible Photoshop skills. I am not good at this, and it's not to scale, okay? It's just to show you what we'd like to put up there. Building 6 doesn't even exist without Mr. Murray's property, and it's really not necessary for what we're trying to do. So currently, where Building 6 is stationed, Mr. Murray's house is right there, and that will not be a building. Oh no, they did it up there. So what we're trying to do, one of the big problems that we've had over the last 2 years really, we have had such an increased volume of business from the pandemic that we have had trucks back all the way up to Oak Park, which we don't like at all. And it takes about 14 trucks in shipping to back all the way up. So we have designed a way to unload trucks and to load trucks where they will not back up to the road. At least as often. We'd have to be extremely busy for them to do that. What you don't see here is a secondary ship line that we will be able to hold carryover trucks. So the goal is actually to make it faster. The goal is to make it safer, not only for community members, but for our 110 employees.
Thank you very much.
Can I ask her a question?
If you would like, we will continue public comment. This is not a question and answer
Okay,
session.
okay.
Thank you.
You know my number. You know where I'm at.